Hey y'all, YouTube audience. As you can see, I've been through some changes. I look a little bit different. I have some changes. So I would like to change one little thing about my show. So today I'd like to talk to you about a game called... Is this ideal framing? This is what the people want? Is this good? Oh wow, my floor is dirty. Nice! Nice one, Natalie.
I want to talk to y'all today about a forgotten little fighting game series, one made oddly enough by Hudson Soft. It's a little weird to think about a fighting game from the creators of Bomberman, Bonk, the TurboGrafx 16, and the always memorable Milon's Secret Castle. See, the joke here is that Milon's Secret Castle actually isn't very memorable at all. It's actually painfully average. There's my little mini review of Milon's Secret Castle. The game series I'm of course talking about is Bloody Roar, also known as Bloody Roar Hyper Beast Battle in Japan and Europe, and the arcade version was released in North America as Beasterizer, which admittedly is a little goofy. The version I'll be playing came out in 1997 on the PlayStation 1. The overall story centers around a group of people called Zoanthropes, human beings able to transform into human-animal hybrids. Zoanthropes are hunted down by the Tylon Corporation, who want to use them as mind-controlled weapons, and in general, experiment on them in horrible, awful, painful, science-y ways. The gameplay is a 2-button 3D fighter, somewhat similar to Tekken, although a little simpler. There is a heavy focus on big, huge power moves that send opponents flying across the stage, into walls, and sometimes through walls. There's also a Mortal Kombat level of gore at times, just due to clawing and biting and other animal stuff. Speaking of Tekken, this game does have some hilarious 1997 CGI that reminds me a bit of Tekken 1.
Mentos, the Fresh Maker.
During each fight, aside from their life bars, both fighters have a meter that represents their beast energy, which they can use freely, whenever it's all rainbow colored. This makes them transform into their powerful beast forms, which gives you an extra button for beast moves, and a whole new set of combos to work with. As you take damage in beast form, the beast meter goes down, and when it runs out, you transform back into your little baby human form. You gotta wait for your meter to recharge before you can transform again. All of the attacks, especially those in beast form, feel really powerful and satisfying, making the game a ton of fun, especially for couch versus. Just hop on your old little couch with your friends, play the fighting game. You doesn't have to be the couch, you can sit on the floor, or stools, beanbag chairs. The chair part doesn't matter. What matters is friendship. One thing that I really love about fighting games is the wide range of colorful characters. And Bloody Roar has some really great characters. So I'm gonna take a chance to talk about the characters. First off, we have the seemingly main character, seeing as he's the one on the front of the case and stuff, and yeah. Yugo is a werewolf, or rather, his zoanthrope is a half-human, half-wolf. So more or less a werewolf without the moon part. Or maybe there is a moon part? I don't know. There's a lot of moon imagery involved with him. Oh, even though he's the main character, the English localization team decided to give him a voice like this.
You win. Lucky it wasn't a full moon tonight.
Yeah, 100%. You're my fucking girlfriend. His fighting style is pretty middle of the road. He's got some pretty standard combos of punches and kicks, and he seems to be themed as a street brawler. In his wolf form, he gains some pretty brutal claw and bite attacks. Looks really awesome. Now we have Gato, a French mercenary who fights with a lot of brutal takedowns, grabs, strikes, and even a brutal brainbuster! His beast form is a lion, and he has some of the most brutal bite attacks in the game. Some top-tier face munching going on here. Next we have Bakuryu, the ancient ninja master. It's got a lot of awesome ninja moves, including teleports and smoke bombs and flying air kicky things. It's a lot of fun to play. His beast form is a mole with gigantic claws bigger than his head. He uses these claws like any other ninja would use blades, including some very bloody execution type moves. Wowzers. Funny story, in Bakuryu's story ending, he's experimented on by the Tylon Corporation, and the experiment fails, and he horrifyingly and painfully melts into a puddle of green goo. Well, I guess it's not that funny. Hey, it's Big Boy Greg the Gorilla. Greg fights like a pro wrestler. He's got huge circus moves, including a giant swing and some pretty over-the-top attacks. He also fights in a top hat, which gets knocked off if he takes a big enough hit. Greg's gorilla form has some even bigger attacks. He seems to be the most funny character. For some reason, he reminds me of Scott Steiner, but if also Scott Steiner transformed into a Super Saiyan Great Ape from Dragon Ball GT.
You come out here and try to get the sympathy of the people, but you don't get my sympathy at all. Fat asses!
Here comes Mama Mitsuko. Mitsuko's a pretty big, heavy, slow brawler. She's got stomps and headbutts and all around some brutal moves. When she goes into her boar mode, she not only gains some ramming, charging, goring moves that hit even harder, but she also gains the big old boar titty. Hippity hoppity, look at Alice go. Alice is an adorable magical girl.
You win.
And actually, Mitsuko's foster daughter? She fights with some flippy kicks and sweeping moves. Also, her name is a not-so-subtle pun on Alice in Wonderland.
You win.
In her rabbit form, she gains a lot of my favorite moves, as well as some awesome speed and crazy jump height. I especially love the triple flip kick, and my favorite, the monkey bunny flip. Bunny monkey.
You win.
Long has probably the most complex and fleshed out moveset of any character in Bloody Roar 1. Seem to be going for a whole Kung Fu Master aesthetic thing with him. And his beast form gets even crazier with some brutal claw attacks and one of the most gruesome grabs. Fox is a sadistic killer who took up a position as an assassin for the Tylon Corporation, simply for the opportunity to kill more people for the fun of it. Fox is also obsessed with beauty. They find their zoanthrope fox form ugly, and they've grown to despise it. Because they know true beauty. Yugi boy. Kaiba boy. Fox has some pretty cool combos, and moves including a cool headspin kick thingy. And in Fox form, they gain some of the most bloody and brutal attacks in the game. Now, she's not playable, but the final boss is a small girl named Yuriko, who, upon starting the fight, transforms into an adult woman with green hair and a weirdly revealing outfit. After she takes a certain amount of damage, she transforms again into a gigantic monstrosity, a real sin against nature. Think it might be a cow, monster, or something, cause she like moos. Now, while recording gameplay for this, I honestly got really hooked on it. And while writing this script, I took frequent breaks to go play it because I wanted to unlock everything and it was so much fun! My point is, I did really enjoy this game, and it's probably one of my favorite fighting games. There's a bunch of options and cool stuff, including big head mode, kid mode, and unlockable stages, extra modes, and stuff. The fights are super fun and satisfying, and the simple moves make it very easy to master. So, after not too long, you'll feel like a Bloody Roar expert. This could be considered a good starting point for those people new to the fighting game genre. The complexity is low, and there isn't a lot to know, plus every move and combo is listed in the manual. Prior to this, I had mostly played a lot of Bloody Roar 2 through a PlayStation Underground jam pack. But I'm really glad I took the time and played the first one. It has me even more excited to try out the rest of the series in more depth.
You win.
It's so real. I turn into a tiger. Claws ripping flesh. Or a gorilla. And... No, Mr. Crickly. Or a wolf. What do you think, Doc?
Humans can turn into animals.
What are you looking at, nut boy?
PlayStation.